Do you see the video of the girl who went out to the club with her friend? They ended up leaving with two different guys in two different cars. And then by the end of the night, her friend called the cops on her. Okay, so she starts the video by saying, let's talk about a pick-me friend. So Kayla is the one who made this video. She is referencing someone named Lexsa. Kayla says that Lexsa and her went to the club. They left. There were these two guys. They said, hey, y'all are cute. Do y'all want to go get something to eat? They kind of looked at each other and then they decided they were going to go. Well, it ended up being that Kayla got into a car with one of the guys and Lexsa got into a car with the other guy. They drove. While they were driving, the guy that was with Lexsa called the guy that was with Kayla and said, hey, can y'all pick up food and then bring it to where we're at and we'll all eat? Kayla said at this point she called Lexsa because she was like, what the fuck? She said Lexsa didn't answer. So they went and got food. And then when they got back to where Lexsa and this other guy were, Lexsa was throwing up. Then apparently Kayla was like, let's go home. I'm going to call an Uber. And Lexsa was like, no, I want to stay. So Kayla was like, okay. So she went back to the car with the guy that she was with to go eat some food. Well, when they get back to the car, he's like, why'd you cancel your Uber? And she was like, oh, we're going to stay. You can just take me home. And he was like, no, I can't take you home. I've got to drive like really far away. So at this point, Kayla's like, well, shit, because she was staying with Lexsa at Lexsa's apartment. So she calls and texts Lexsa like a bazillion times, and she shows screenshots of the amount of times that she tried to get a hold of her and she couldn't. So the guy that Kayla was with ended up calling the guy that Lexsa was with. And so Kayla finally got to talk to Lexsa and she was like, oh no, we're really far away, like super far away. So she just tells Kayla, just get an Uber back to my place. I will meet you over there. I will let us in. We should get back at the same time. Kayla gets back to Lexsa's apartment and Lexsa hasn't even left yet. And it's 40 degrees outside. Kayla is in club wear. She said, I was in a dress. It was cold. She ended up waiting like 30 minutes in the cold for Lexsa to even get back. Lexsa finally gets back. And Kayla's like, hey, where you at? And she's like, hold on, I'm coming. And Lexsa appeared in like Crocs and other clothes. So Kayla is claiming that Lexsa went back into her apartment, changed her clothes before getting Kayla out of the cold, and then came to get her once she changed. Obviously, Kayla is super pissed about this. Who wouldn't be? And she's like, I was giving her the silent treatment. We were going back inside. She said, Lexsa was like, why are you not talking to me? What's going on? What is the deal here? Kayla starts getting her stuff together. And while she's doing that, her and Lexsa end up getting into it. They get into like this big yelling match. And then Kayla says that Lexsa claims at this point, she's going to call the cops because she's not moving fast enough. So at this point, Kayla says she's in the bathroom, gathering all of her things, trying to get them as quickly as she can. And Lexsa came into the bathroom and yelled at her there that she wasn't going fast enough. And then Kayla claims that Lexsa left this bruise on her arm when she grabbed her to try to get her to leave. At this point, Kayla says that she shoved Lexsa into the bathtub. Oh, then Kayla says this is when Lexsa was telling the police that Kayla put her hands on her and attacked her. And Kayla was like, that's definitely not what happened. And then she kind of ends it by like, beware of your pick-me friends. So this person's name is Lexsa Marie. She has apparently, according to the comments, deactivated her TikTok, but she is still on YouTube. I went to her YouTube. She hasn't posted anything in like 8 months from what I saw. But yeah, the voices did sound the same because Kayla does play a little clip in the beginning of her video compared to Lexsa's YouTube videos. And the situation between friends sucks, but please, please, please never separate from one another with two people that you don't know in two separate cars. This could have gone so much worse than two friends getting into it. This could have, especially with Lexsa throwing up and being that, I don't know, I assume drunk, with these two, the both of them being alone with these two men that they'd never met is just not smart. Ladies, please don't do this. Please. And also don't turn on each other or leave each other out in the cold.